If it's bull or bear, I don't care. It's quite a rough ride, just like life. But I'm kind of patient, 'cause only time will tell. It's gonna go up, so you better stay calm. Grow your coins, grow your coins. You gotta grow your coins. Grow your coins, grow your coins. Grow your coins, grow your coins. You gotta grow your coins. Grow your coins, grow your coins. Grow your coins, grow your coins. You gotta grow your coins. Grow your coins, grow your coins. Grow your coins, grow your coins. You gotta grow your coins.
What's up, everybody? We are live. It is about 2:55 Eastern Standard Time. I am the Crypto Crow. Here is my friend and guest and business partner and all that fun stuff, Amir Ness. Your eyes look especially pretty today, sir.
I think it's because I was in the sun all day, so the contrast with my skin is
You're such a beautiful man. You're a beautiful man. So yeah, there's a couple things that we're going to be doing today. So first, I figure I'd come on with Amir. We're going to answer some CrowMining.com questions. We're going to pick and announce the winner of the trip to Siberia. Now, typically that sounds like a punishment for criminals, but in this case, right, it's going to be a really good thing. Basically, everybody that has bought CrowMining.com ASICs miners that are going to be co-located at the mining farm in Siberia are actually, somebody is going to be picked within the next few minutes to get an all expenses paid trip out there. And we're going to shoot video, we're going to show it on the channel, and they're basically going to go out, tour the farm, and they're going to be able to see this pretty man face to face. I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to work. So we'll see how it all works out. So we'll be doing that in a little bit. What's up, man? What's new with you?
All good. Just busy, really busy. The market hasn't really calmed down too much. I think, it's a good time for us, man. We've gone through a year of bear market, so it's happy days right now. Happy
days. Watching Bitcoin kind of take a tank. But I think this is just a continuation of what we were expecting before.
That's not a tank. That's like a pullback.
Yeah, I agree. I actually think it's probably pretty healthy, because I think what's going on is freaking some people out. I think what's freaking people out even more is the altcoins being drained a little bit more. But that's okay, because we're going to have our day with the altcoins. Just let everybody know, I did reach out to Supo Man again recently. I told him, I was like, we need to do another interview, but this time you're not allowed to download any silly bullshit in the background. That way we get a good video feed. So I sent him that last night, so we'll see. He hasn't even seen the message yet. But I'm going to try and get Supo Man on. We'll have some fun and go over the altcoin market and kind of discuss some things. I think that we need to start talking more about good quality altcoin projects to let everybody know what's coming. And on top of that, I've got a paid review coming with Troy's gold token. I don't know if they're going to like me very much at the end of it, but I was told to be nice. But we'll see. My booking people said, be nice to these guys. I went through some of their stuff. I'm going to go through more of it with everybody here in the future. It could be a good project, but there are some red flags that I'm definitely going to be pointing out. And for full disclosure, they paid me 0.45 Bitcoin worth of Cardano. So yes, I am actually accepting Cardano payments instead of Bitcoin at the moment. And I almost doubled my original Cardano position. So I'm pretty happy about that. But yes, it is going to be a paid feature, review, whatever you want to call it. And then we're going to go over Bitcoin and the altcoin market and what I expect to see happening here in the near future. So without further to do, Amir, How are you going to? CrowMining is booming. Yes, it is. I mean, it's been an insane. I mean, hasn't even been 2 full months yet, has it? And it's just blowing up.
Yeah.
Are you tired yet, or do we need to like double up?
I am. Let me just explain to you so you understand. I work the European hours during the day, right? Because I'm based in the Middle East, and then after that, which is intense to begin with, that's when you guys wake up, and I'm working, a few more hours into the evening, like now, and then of course, before I go to bed, I always, check Telegram, and lo and behold, there's a few things to do there. So right now, I'm working a lot of hours, but thank God it's all good work, man. This is what I want to see. So people are happy, we're happy, profits are up. I think the biggest question that comes on from your guys is, if I buy a miner now, when is it online? It all depends. If you buy it like now, right now, we're about to close the batch. So you'll, for 6 weeks. If you buy it in the beginning, then you got to wait until the batch closes. And we never know when it's going to close. I mean, last month or last batch, we had a whale come in right at the end, and they took a lot of miners, and we had to close the batch. So we can't really keep track of that, but 6 weeks is a good benchmark. And the miner market is like it was before. I told you it's really difficult, and prices are on the upswing for miners as well. We added the 50 terahash T3. We started out with the 37. Now we have the 50, which is one of the reasons why the price is higher. But all in all, price per terahash, we've managed to keep that actually really good. So I'm good. We're happy, and moving forward, we're going to have the first batch ship out in July. So sometime in the next 2 weeks, I expect notice that they've shipped. They'll be in. We'll get them online early August. We're beta testing the new wallet, which is going to be great because it's like a dashboard wallet where all the mining profits are going into your wallet daily. You'll be able to see that. So everything is on track, and it's good. And I know you're going to do a show that's on something else. So without further ado, we can pick the winner if you want.
Yeah. Well, real quick, Natasha had a question. Do you speak Russian?
No. My partner does. Gabby does.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay.
Does Natasha speak Russian?
I think she is Russian. I'm pretty
sure.
So
the winner is Natasha.
Yeah, Natasha's like super helpful across all my communities. Like, she's one of these days I'm going to try and figure out something for her. Like, she is a part of everything. And I just gave her admin to like whatever community I have on Telegram, and she's crazy helpful. There are a lot of people in my community that have really stepped up, even through the bear market when everything is down. These people have been so awesome. We should
give a shout out for like Adam and Ryan and Jeremy. All the guys have done an amazing job. They don't get paid for it. Right. They're super cool, and they're just happy to be part of it, and I'm happy to have them. So I really want to give them a shout out because they've been super, super helpful. So
yeah,
thank you.
When you or I are sleeping, even when we're not, I mean, I'm so busy. I'm like getting ready to launch this exchange here soon, and I've got all this stuff popping off. These guys are on top of it, man. They really, we definitely owe them some kudos and maybe some sats at some point. So without further ado, I'm nervous about this. I don't know why. I'm really nervous to see who's going to win this thing. Because I want to make sure whoever wins is able to actually go. Like, they have to have a passport.
Well, look, yeah, you do have to have a passport. If you can't go, we should announce that if you can't go, you can't go, and we're going to pick someone else. Right. So, in fact, what we should do is maybe we'll pick the first winner, and we'll do another one. So
a backup winner.
Go. The next person is, and
we'll pick two. Let's pick two. We'll pick the first place, and then if they can't go, then the backup will get the trip. That's a good idea.
Fine. Okay. All right. So just so that everyone understands how I'm doing this, I have a list. I told Jason
He's
this.
real high tech over here.
I'm not high tech. I know that there are like apps that you can use to like raffle things off, and it's all done automatically. But we're super low tech. We've got a spreadsheet here with everyone's name. I'm gonna close my eyes and use my little mouse scroller, and it's gonna stop on someone's name, and that's the winner. So
are the names randomized? Because I know
they're totally randomized.
Really?
They're
okay.
Totally randomized. Totally
There's like 2 people in there that have a really damn good chance of winning this, and that's what I'm curious about.
They're randomized. So
now let me ask you this one more question, Amir. Let's say somebody, is their name in there for as many miners as they purchased?
No, it doesn't matter if you purchased 1 or if you purchased 40.
Oh, okay.
You have the same like weight.
Oh, okay. Well, that sucks because I thought some of these guys, they get like 100 miners. Their name should be in there 100 times.
Yeah, no, but it sucks for the person who got 40. But think about the guy who got 1. We wanted to make it so that it's just one person comes.
Okay. All right. Let's roll it. Right. Let's see what happens.
All right. So I'm gonna close my eyes.
Keep rolling. Winner. Up and down, all around.
Tobias Wagsas.
Tobias.
Toby Wee.
Okay, hold on. Let me okay.
I'll give you his email address.
So
I'll put it into your Telegram.
Okay, yeah, put it in the Telegram. Okay, so if Tobias can't go, who's the runner up?
So we'll do that right now. Give me 1 second. Let me just copy and paste this. All right, so if he can't go.
And what does he have, like 24 hours to respond, or how are we doing that?
Yeah, just give him a couple days.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Cecil Foster. Oh my gosh, I know Cecil.
Oh, really?
I wonder if he's going to be able to make it. He's a chopper mechanic, I think, in Hong Kong. He's a cool guy.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay, so let's see. That's Cecil. So he's next in line.
Do we want to do one last one third, just in case?
Okay, fine. Gerardo Miranda.
Okay. All right. I guess this. So people are saying Twitter is down worldwide.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's for Trump, huh?
Probably. Trump probably.
Okay, there you go. You've got the 3 winners. You'll let them know. You go announce it in your room in CrowMining.
Okay.
And I'll let you carry on.
Okay. Are you gonna paste the names into the channel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Right.
Good deal. All right. Well, I'll see you soon, and we will continue on with my video. So pretty. Such a pretty man. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what we have planned for CrowMining.com. If you're not familiar, basically it's a way you can buy ASICs miners. They're co-located out here at this mining facility that runs at 0 degrees. The power expenses are super cheap, and you just basically pay like 0.055 cents per kilowatt hour or something like that, and then a 20% management fee, and everything's handled for you. So that's CrowMining, and that was the conclusion of that. Now I want to go into Bitcoin a little bit just to kind of discuss what's happening here. I wasn't really sure what exactly was going to happen with this. I mean, when it was rising up, I was thinking, okay, you know, are we on our way to 14 grand again, or are we going to see a dump or a pullback? And a lot of people are saying, look, they were concerned. Actually, I don't even need to like have these in. That's a lot better. A lot of people were saying they were concerned if Bitcoin just started to rally up really hard again, because it would ultimately limit its potential growth. long term, and that without another pullback or without a decent pullback, then it wasn't exactly healthy. And so a lot of people are looking at this pullback as actually a good thing, just kind of shaking out more of the weak hands. And I think the question now is it going to continue going lower or what? And if I'm looking at this and I'm looking at the volume, obviously we got some significant volume spikes throughout this, but it's starting to kind of tear down. It's starting to tire, it looks. However, that doesn't necessarily mean much, because if you look here, you've got some really low volume sell days, and then you've got another big spike. I still think that this drop was potentially initiated by the individual who bought like 7,500 Bitcoins back when Bitcoin was like $4,000 or something like that, shot the price up. Maybe it was 7. I don't remember what it was, but he shot the price up overnight. And I think this guy sold. I think he sold and made a bunch of money. I don't like how unpredictable this is, and I think Tether could crash the market any day. Yeah, there are so many different variables to what's going on with the price action in the market. The one thing that I see, I personally can't wait until more and more people are buying and holding, personally, because the more people that are holding and the more people that are buying up the circulating supply, the less power I think some of these whales have. So when they dump, I'd love to see, like when that guy dumped his 6,500 Bitcoin into the market and it was gobbled up real quick with buy orders on Binance. I'm like, okay, that's actually kind of a cool thing. I'm hoping that a lot of people entering the space were able to buy up that volume. Not just a bunch of rich trolls playing patty cake, you know what I'm saying, with the available supply. Because the less circulating supply we have of Bitcoin in the market, the less price fluctuation we'll have. And in the sense that, if we've got more people holding it than are trading it, then we're not going to have as much volatility and it'll be easier for it to go up. ADA is in the bloodbath tub. This is when you buy more. Yes. And we're going to go over some more of this altcoin stuff here, but I just kind of wanted to touch on what I'm seeing and kind of what's happening. Currently, Bitcoin is at 11,520, 544. And that's going to fluctuate pretty rapidly. But we're looking at a 4-hour chart right here. Looking at a day chart, we're still really in an uptrend. I mean, it hasn't canceled itself, and you can see here we had a bit of a dip here. It didn't wick down as much, but on the daily chart we did break under the I think this is the 21 EMA, and that's typically not good. But if it breaks under that, from there support is, I think, as I understand it, the EMA on a weekly, which is all the way down here at like 67.52. So while we wicked under that daily 21 EMA, we didn't, we still have this as pretty firm support. So could we break down to that far? It's possible. I don't necessarily see that happening. I still think that if we were to really, really pull back hard, I still think that the limit would be somewhere around here. Wow. Okay. So there you go. I never even really noticed that before, but that's basically a support line at around 85.39. And I think that would be about as far as we would go before we started really shooting up. Again, that's just speculation. I don't know for sure, but I think we're pretty good. And here's the thing, even though these swings can be pretty violent and there's a lot going on with them, I'm still not swing trading Bitcoin. It's one of the reasons why I started accepting Cardano, because I thought, well, I can either go and spend some of my Bitcoin, log into my accounts, go through all my damn processes to access this stuff, or and sell some of my Bitcoin, or I can just start doing some paid features and accept Cardano. I want to accumulate more Cardano because I think, contrary to the, well, I wouldn't call it popular belief, but contrary to a lot of the belief out there that the altcoin market is dead, I just think that's pure capitulation at that point, right? Like that's pretty much the moment when things start to really turn around. When prices are so low and that people are really dumping their altcoins because they're just losing all hope, that's just part of the market cycle. And I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely fine with that. And, you know, if anything, what I would like to do, and I am not an active trader. I'm not an active trader. Please speculate on why Cardano will not succeed. It is possible. Okay. I guess I could come up with some reasons why. Even though while possible, I don't see it as probable personally. But so, you know, that being said, I like the fact that we're kind of in a capitulation state in the altcoin market, because to me, that's an indication that we're likely getting ready for a turnaround. And my hope is that Bitcoin will hit its $20,000 all-time high, surpass that. My guess was around 22,000. Once Bitcoin gets to around 22,000, it'll start correcting, and that correction will start going into the altcoins, and then away we go. That's my guess, and I'm waiting. Wow, I must have drank my water funny earlier. Now, the other side to that really is it's going to be what makes it. And I've talked about this, I've touched on this, and I'm working on some things that are going to go into a little more detail in terms of what altcoins are going to make it. If there's one thing that I think is going to happen, even I've been on now. We've been on for about 20 minutes, but that's okay, because the big part of it was just announcing the CrowMining Siberia trip winners. You know, a big part of this is the speculation is it's really going to boil down to use case. Now, I will tell everybody right now, all I can say is keep your eyes on GoChain. Keep your eyes peeled for coming announcements from GoChain. I promised I wouldn't say anything. If what has been revealed to me about GoChain does in fact come to fruition over the next week or two, I will be having Jason Decker on my channel to make some announcements that are going to take blockchain by storm. I can't say what those things are, and I'm not accumulating more GoChain because I know all this before the public does, and I'm not trying to get all caught up in some insider trading issues or anything. I got into GoChain pretty heavily at ICO, so I've got plenty. I'm not worried about it. And I'm also not looking to dump on anybody. But there's some really big stuff that these guys have been working on. I know Jason Decker hasn't been home in like 5 months. And it's so low right now, which is kind of funny, like given what I've been told. So, you know, look, I think a lot of the altcoin speculation hasn't even started yet. I know exchanges are shorting the shit out of altcoins on purpose, because if a lot of these exchanges can go unchecked, which is another reason why unregulated exchanges, in my opinion, are bullshit and not safe. I can't wait until they're all gone. I can't wait until the day when every exchange on the market is regulated, because I'm telling you, just like I said before I started Crow's Nest X and I even started the process, you know, I see what these exchanges are doing, man, and it's bull. It's total crap. And a lot of these exchanges have been shorting the hell out of different altcoins, or the majority of altcoins, knowing that if they're accumulating themselves while they're shorting the hell out of it, when the altcoin rally pumps, they're going to make fortunes. Absolute insane fortunes. And, you know, I don't even know if that's a legitimate, honest business practice or not. I think it shouldn't be. I know volumes are not accurate. That's not even the point. It's just, there's just so many shady characters in crypto. And I really hope that if there's anything that I can truly offer the crypto space at some point is, you know, I'm hoping that Crow's Nest X is really a conduit to some better business practices. And I'm telling you, the SEC is going to buckle down even harder. And I know some of these larger exchanges are getting scared and they're starting to play ball. But for some of these guys, man, I feel like it should be too little, too late. But we'll see how it plays out. I think the public is ultimately going to vote for what they think is most important in the crypto space. And a lot of people don't know. Why would you start an exchange? Nobody ever has a great experience using one. At best, you try to get off as soon as possible. At worst, you get hacked. Yeah, look, I'm very well aware. There are a lot of risks. There are a lot of security measures that we're going to be doing. There are a lot of people associated with the security of the exchange and so forth and so on. But it's while it's risky, any and every exchange is hacked, and the vast majority of hacks in the crypto space, when it comes to exchanges, are inside hacks. They're somebody that did something. They sold some information. I mean, there's all kinds of different things that could happen. But the majority, as I understand it, of the different hacks that are attempted or that have taken place on exchanges are inside jobs or they're cover-up jobs. So, it is risky to have an exchange. And believe me, I don't want to be in the exchange business for forever. I want to basically build this exchange up and try to provide a platform for people to be able to trade effectively. And that's it. And I'm seeing the points like, nobody has a great experience, right? I disagree with that. And I think, Crow's Nest is going to be primarily about people that want to, we are, well, I can't make some of these announcements yet. But what I will say is that there are going to be a multitude of ways that we are ultimately going to be a fiat gateway to Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, so forth. And, a lot of what I'm going to be telling people, unless you're actively trading on the exchange, buy your Bitcoin and send it out. Buy your Bitcoin, transfer it off the exchange until you're ready to trade it again. Don't ever leave anything on an exchange. It doesn't matter what exchange you're on, including mine. But we're going to have a process for newcomers very, very close to CoinBase. I think it's actually even going to be a little easier for people to buy Bitcoin, buy their favorite, top 5 coins on Crow's Nest X than it is on Love You Too, than it is on Coinbase even. And so, yeah, I'll leave it at that. This really isn't about Crow's Nest, but there are going to be a lot of things that, once we release and start pumping everything and pushing everything about the STO, how that's going to work, the exchange launch itself, all of that stuff. We're going to break down all of the features, functionality. And as a matter of fact, we're going to have a series of animated videos teaching people exactly how to use it. Security precautions, things that you should do, things that you should not do, all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to have a series of really cool animated videos, and I'm going to be pumping the hell out of those all over YouTube. I'm going to actually buy YouTube advertising to get these viewed, because I think that whether you're a Crow's Nest X user or not, they're going to be a lot. Look, Crow's Nest and my mission, it's all going to be about educating people as best I can in a multitude of ways. Because people learn in different ways. Some people learn by doing, some people learn by reading, some people learn by watching or hearing, or a combination of it all. So I want to make sure that I'm kind of using Crow's Nest as this central focus point for people looking to get into the crypto space, but hopefully under best practices. So is Crow's Nest going to own the crypto it is trading? Well, yes and no. I mean, we're going to be supplying the exchange with initial capital to get people trading and buying and so forth. But ultimately, the public is going to be trading a lot as well. So as long as you don't report my transactions to the government, we are good. Well, I'll tell you this. Crow's Nest X is going to be a U.S. based exchange, and it is going to be U.S. regulated. So whatever the government asks for, they're going to get it. just a fair warning. If you're trying to hide anything, Crow's Nest X is not going to be the platform to do it on. Now, we are going to help people, with reports and things like that to help you with your taxes and make sure that you have all the information you need on your trades. But yeah, there's no when you operate something like an exchange, there's no hiding. There's no hiding it. And the exchanges that try to skirt that kind of regulation. I mean, let's face it, guys. You don't want exchanges that are hiding that kind of stuff from the government. Because if they're willing to hide you from the government, they're probably hiding their own dirty laundry as well. And you just don't want to be a part of that. You don't want to be associated with that kind of stuff, because on those kinds of exchanges, anything is possible. And, anyway, is it just for U.S. citizens at the beginning? Unfortunately, yes. But I'm hoping, depending on what happens with the STO, that's going to play a pretty significant role in how quickly we expand into other territories. I will say that. Nobody's ever launched an STO, to my knowledge. Nobody's ever launched an STO with an exchange already in operation. And so while we've done everything, while we've done everything to basically be able to build it, launch it, get everything going for it, it's going to the legal side of expanding your licensing and being able to operate in multiple countries and so forth. It's pretty expensive stuff. And, if you're trying to do things a proper way, for those of you that aren't familiar, this website is called datalight.me. Datalight.me. Basically, you can create a dashboard with all sorts of different signals and all sorts of different data. And it's pretty stinking cool. And it's basically, rather than just look at numbers, you can see visual representations. Like, this is a transactional data chart. You can go in and add whatever cryptocurrencies you want, and you can see transactional data. And so as I'm scrolling through, you'll see on the left here, which coin it is and which colored graph you have. And you can scroll through and see, basic attention token really does look good. I have to say, I don't even hold any more than I've basically earned just from people using it. But I really kind of dig it, and their transactional volume is like really, really solid for, not being a primary blockchain. What's up, Crypto Face? What other crypto YouTubers do you like? Do you watch Modern Investor or Chico? No, I don't watch either of them, to be quite frank with you. Guys I check out, to be quite frank, I check out, I will say, not just because he's here, but I've been checking out Crypto Face's videos the past couple days, just kind of seeing, because I use and he gave me a free copy of this market cipher, and I dig it. When I have free time, I try to go and I listen to him just to see what his thought processes are while he's using the indicator. And that's really it. He plays really shitty music. I'm an EDM fan, but he sounds like he's in an EDM elevator while he's doing his TA. Yes, he's here. I know he hears me. But look, I like to get inside his head a bit and just kind of understand his thought process when he's doing things. And I also like to understand just kind of his personality traits, so that if I'm looking at this indicator, I can kind of gauge, like, okay, how is Crypto Face looking at this indicator, and what kind of data is he getting from it, and how is that inspiring him to take action in the moment? And I know that sounds really weird, but that's just a part of what I do with a lot of things. It's that kind of, I don't know what you want to say, like channeling somebody's energy. I don't know what you want to call it or how hippie you want to get about it, but that's a part of how I kind of take things in and I learn. The same way, when I would watch CoinBase and watch him use his Tom DeMark indicator, and, but with him, he has no energy. So it's really difficult. Everything is very logical. Everything is very, binary when it comes to CoinBase. And so, I watch different people for different things. So yeah, that's that. I watch a little of everybody. I watch. I mean, without pulling it all up, I mean, there are a few guys that I watch. I'll watch a Superman video here and there. I'll watch Crypto just because I'm always kind of curious about what Da Vinci's got to say. I watch a little bit of everybody. I watch a lot of guys that teach TA just because I'll sit here and paint models and I'll learn different tech indicators and how different people use the same indicators in different ways. I do all kinds of stuff. And I'm not opposed to watching everybody. I love a variety of different perspectives on topics. Crypto Zombie. Man, that kid's been really busting it out lately. I mean, for a while, I caught some of his videos. I don't think that guy takes a breath. He's got so much to say, and he's wicked smart. And prior to meeting him in Vegas, I didn't know anything about him. He knew all about me, and he was real apologetic because I guess he hated me, and he didn't realize that I was legitimately a good dude. And so he spent a long time apologizing profusely about having misjudged me. But at the time I wasn't real familiar, and I'd been checking out his videos, and the guy has an absolute genuine passion about the space. I don't think it's just about the channel for him. I think he really, really loves this, whether the market's up or down. And I commend him on the effort that he's put in through the bear market, and he deserves every subscriber he's got. The worst part about Superman is that he doesn't disclose paid reviews. Well, I can't judge on that. I mean, I know in the UK there's no law that says you have to. Pretty much only in the US I think you're supposed to disclose. I didn't even know that you were supposed to disclose things specifically, like I was paid this much. Like I always disclose paid reviews, but I never knew, you have to say, well, I was paid, $3.52. I didn't know that. I mean, it is what it is. Does Superman do paid reviews? That's up for him to disclose. I don't know what his business practices are, his business model is. I know that he likes to review projects that he finds and he invests in strong, and then, he'll tell the world about what he thinks is popular, but that's pretty common. Does he get paid? I know he gets a lot of offers to get paid. Whether or not he takes those, I have no idea. So that being said, a lot of people are saying, what do you think's going to happen? We have proof, Crow. I saw the Skype chat stuff from like a year or so ago. It is what it is. Even if Superman were getting paid to do reviews, I don't think, Crow, are you secretly the voice behind BBG123? I have no idea who that even is. I have no idea. So anyway, I do like to keep it as real as possible. I mean, I really do. I'm not one for bullshit. I'm not one for games. I'm not one for any of that stuff. I don't have time for it. And let's face it, I'm just way too emotional of a guy to be full of shit all the time. I just call it how I see it. Keeps my life a hell of a lot easier. Some people love it, some people don't. That's a look at the weekly chart of Bitcoin right now. And, where we stop, nobody knows. I still, honestly, this pullback for me is working out pretty well, to be quite frank. So I feel pretty good about it. But anyway, definitely want to check out datalight.me. They're not paying me to tell you any of that, but it's just such a cool website, and it's a cool, this is transaction count over the last 24 hours. And so I can cancel out of this. And, you can create a dashboard with all of any kind of information you want, and you can create widgets. So you can create widgets to basically, at a glance, look at the market and get whatever information you want out of it. So it's really slick. In the paid version, there is a premium version that you can get, and you can add more functions and features and so forth. So check it out. Some people are saying, hey, Crow, what's going to happen when... Oh, you know what I could do? Hold on. I got an idea. If that's not working... Hold up. Wait a minute. It's a 22. Let me see if this will work. Yeah, there. We'll just have to use that for now as a backup. Hopefully it doesn't change my audio. But yeah, that's what it looks like from my straight little Logitech camera without the green screen. I could probably turn green screen on, but it is what it is. We'll just I don't know what the right term is. How do you like ADA under 600 Satoshis? Look, like I said, rather than take Bitcoin for this paid review that I did today, I just accepted Cardano. Trying to reach 200,000 ADA. Yeah, it's a lot easier to do today than it was a week ago. So, I feel bad when I do a review and I basically don't have a lot of nice stuff to say. Just because it just looks weird and it looks kind of fishy. And I know these companies get pissed off, but look, I mean, I gave them exposure. If somebody watching the channel and they're like, well, Crow may not know what he's talking about, I'm going to look into it myself because that sounds pretty cool, then good for them. And if it works out for them, fantastic. But I have to go by my gut and knowing what I know, my own experience. I'm not going to tell people that I'm really bullish on something that I'm not. Doesn't matter how much somebody pays me. And all you guys know that by now. So, I used to get really crazy with some of them. Like I remember telling people straight up, like, this is a total shit show. Like, I remember saying that. Boy, did I get so much heat for some of that. Not from the public. You guys loved it, but the companies were definitely not happy. I want really good companies. And the thing of it is in the way the altcoin market is today, there's no room anymore for ideas. The time for ideas is out. There have been a million different ideas presented, funded, launched, you name it. At this point, out of 3,000 different altcoins on the market, we have 3,000 different ideas that have been brought forth and funded in different ways to the public. Let's focus on those. And if you have a new idea or you have something new to bring to the space, come with it, but make sure all your I's are dotted, your T's are crossed. Don't just say, well, we're licensed and regulated in Malta and we're going to try and get a bunch of money from the public and get these contracts. And it's like, whatever. You know what I mean? It's like in the crypto space, for me, I want to see things that are truly going to change the world. I'm not just looking for a silly investment opportunity. If I want just another investment opportunity, I would just buy more crypto. I would just buy more Bitcoin or buy more whatever my favorite tokens are. I'd be averaging down. We are at the edge before, the first big altcoin rally in the market. The altcoins have been bleeding. So for me, a solid investment is investing in something maybe in the top 50, top 100. I mean, there are even some top 100 or top 200 projects that I think still have a lot of potential when the altcoin rally starts kicking off. I think some of these companies have been laying kind of quiet because they're focused on, like GoChain is one of them. I alluded to some stuff. If over the next few weeks, GoChain could be crazy. Like it's a lot of these projects are out there the good projects are out there building relationships and expanding on their use case. They're expanding on the ways their coins are used. They're expanding on the ways their technology is being utilized. And maybe they're not submitting press releases every day. Maybe they're not trying to stay in the public eye every day. Maybe they don't have full-blown marketing teams that are trying to keep them out in the world and all that. And, some companies are reserving capital for development. Their developers in their eyes are a lot more important to pay than, PR people or marketing firms. They want a product. And once that product is ready to go, then they build the relationships to take advantage of those products. And those relationships are news. And that, I think, is what a lot of these companies that are worthwhile have been waiting on and working towards. And so when I look at the market and I think to myself, well, the altcoins are bleeding. There's a lot of trouble going on with the altcoin market. It's just a market cycle. And in a lot of cases, I look at it like a necessity in the sense that, what's happening in the altcoin market is very similar to me in my mind as somebody who's sifting for gold nuggets through the dirt. They're sifting and sifting and sifting, and the shit is going to fall through the pan, and that shiny, sparkly stuff is going to sit there and remain, and it's going to grow in value. And I think that's ultimately what is happening to the altcoin market. It's not to say that the altcoin market is dying, or it's dead, or it's never going to rebound, and a lot of the best projects out there aren't going to rise back up and take over and do really well for speculative investments. That's not what's going to happen. I feel that the best projects out there with the most use cases, the most advancement in their technology are the ones that are going to moon. And I am fortunately going to be a part of a lot of that. So how much Cardano are your kids getting for allowance? Hey, I think about that stuff all the time. And I think about, is what I'm doing today going to allow me and my children and my family to live without worry, And it's like, I am truly hopeful that the decisions that I've been making over the past year and a half, 2 years, I'll tell you guys straight up. I mean, I've been waiting to my Aunt Barb. So this might be a little personal, but my Aunt Barb has been a saint my entire life. And when I was really young, I was a little asshole. Quite simply, I was a little asshole. And, raised by a single mom, no dad in the picture, I was always a big kid. I was always just, I was a smart ass. I was hard to love. And my Aunt Barb loved me unconditionally. I mean, my whole family did, but my Aunt Barb actually made me feel special when I was young, against the grain. And my Aunt Barb's really wanting to retire now, and my mom isn't getting any younger, and they want to move into a house together, or a duplex or something. And my Aunt Barb wants to quit her job, retire, and move to here. She lives in Cleveland. And it's like, I am so desperately trying to put myself into a position where I can move my mom out of the apartment she's in, move my aunt out of the apartment she's in Cleveland, and put them in a nice place that they don't have to worry about anything the rest of their life. And it's like, I have these goals, and I'm right along with you. Like, don't think that, Crow's launching an exchange, so he's rich, or Crow's doing this, or Crow's doing that. I'm not rich yet. I do okay, but I'm not rich. There are a lot of people in my life that I want to see transition their lives, and I'm trying to do everything that I can to facilitate that as best I can with what I have. And that's the only thing each and any one of you can do, is you just continue to push forward and try to educate yourself the best way. Try to be safe. Try to make the right moves, and don't get greedy. Just don't get greedy. And that's the thing. It's like, I have a lot of high hopes for the market. I have a lot of high hopes for everybody that's, clamoring all over YouTube, trying to get any tidbit of information. What I don't necessarily like are when people are going all over YouTube and they're trying to find, what should I buy? Should I sell? Should I buy more? That's the kind of thing that you should be educating yourself on, not just looking for people to give you the answers. You need to educate yourself so that you have your own answers. It's that whole, give a man a fish or teach him to fish kind of thing. And on top of that, everybody's looking for financial advice. None of us can give financial advice. None of us are going to tell you what to buy or sell. All we're going to tell you is what we kind of like, or what we don't like, or what we think. It's all opinion. And not one of us truly knows 100% any damn thing when it comes to crypto. We don't. Your favorite crypto YouTuber doesn't know fuck all, people. I'm telling you that now. And that includes me. All we know is what we're presented with. So we're making the same opinions and formulations that are based on two things. Experience, which some of us have more than others, and the information presented. And we're formulating our opinions, and we're basing our investment decisions on those opinions. And that's all we can really share, is what our opinions are. And let's face it, everybody has one. So I always try to keep it as real as I can with everybody, because I'm not here to make bold promises. I'm not here to tell you Cardano is in fact going to be $6. I'm telling you, I think it probably will be. And on top of that, I think longer term, I truly believe that Cardano has the potential to take over Ethereum's market share. I mean, everything that they're doing, it's not just one guy, it's multiple groups of some of the biggest academics around, creating methods to answering a lot of problems in the blockchain space, especially as it pertains to Ethereum. And I think that there are other projects out there that maybe they don't grow to $100 or $200 over time, but as long as they're growing and making progress and offering something to the market, I think it's worth investigation and further consideration. And I'm telling you guys right now, when Bitcoin has passed its original all-time high of 20 grand, a lot of those profits are going to start going into the altcoin market. I don't give a shit what anybody says. It's just the nature of the space. If you think for a second somebody's going to profit off of Bitcoin that they bought in at $3,100, and they're going to look at it and say, well, you know what? If Bitcoin were to reach 60 grand from here, I'll 3x my money. I've already made $15,000 in profit. I think at the very least, I'll probably take 5 grand worth of that and dump it into my top 5 favorite altcoins and make potentially 15, 20x from there. That's what's going to happen. And if anybody says otherwise, I just think they're crazy. I saw Supoman's video recently where he was talking about, Ian Bellina ultimately saying he's slowly becoming a Bitcoin maximalist. I don't think I buy that. I think Ian Bellina is suffering the capitulation bug. But once stuff turns around and the market comes back, look, it's a long bear. And the process has taken a lot longer than most have expected. And it sucks. It definitely sucks. And it's a big buzzkill for sure. But I do think it's going to come back. And when it does, I think a lot of these people that have been second guessing themselves, they're going to realize what a mistake they made. And then they're going to feel real guilty about the fact that they almost abandoned an entire community of people that they helped inspire. So to guys like Ian Bellina, all I can really say is, dude, you've got to hold stronger than that, because I would expect a lot more from you than to become another weak hand in the mix. So look, I'm going to call it there, and I am working on some things that are going to be some pretty good videos, but those are probably going to end up spilling into next week because I do have a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, I think Ian's making a mistake. But, to each their own. You know what I mean? It's definitely a difficult pill to swallow right now just because of how long everything's taking. So on that note, guys, we'll call it Where's Bitcoin At as we sign out. Yeah, I mean, the volume is thinning. I mean, we could get another pump here to 14 grand after this, but I don't know. Nobody knows for sure, but I would definitely like to see us pump beyond this EMA. Because when we crashed through that I knew we were going to go lower. I still didn't play that swing. I'm not gonna swing trade the Bitcoin. So anyway, I'm gonna sign off, guys. Crow your coins. I'll see you again soon, and I will get my technical issues resolved in the meantime. Have a good afternoon.